Oh, who remembers the Playful Cat? And this is by Lego Creator. Set number 31163 contains 407 pieces. Retails for $24.99, and this set was provided by Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And that's essentially what we built the last time there, is the kitten. And don't worry, I have already scanned that. And so we're going to be looking at the submodels. We have the puppy. It looks like to be a pigeon. Or it could be a mourning dove. They both almost look the same on that. But I think today we're going to focus on the puppy, because that's the one I was kind of wanting to build in the first place. So the kitten, unfortunately, is in pieces. And yes, I'm using the 4K Jobby, so I've kind of practiced on setting this thing up here a bit, so we should be fine with that. Pour all that out there. And it's easier to do this while it's all torn apart. This set does come with a brick separator, but I didn't put it in the box, so I have to go find one. So here's the brick separator. Yeah, and I'm hoping my hands are not too pasty this time. I found the lights for the camera, I found everything. So I think we're good to go here, and this camera is about a foot away. I learned how to use more features on this. Let's begin, let's build it. We're going to start with step one here. And I'm hoping everything turns out well, and of course you got to pour out all the bags. So, the only time I can work on this camera is when everybody's in bed, so it took me a while just to learn how to set it all up. So that's what I had to do eventually, just wait till everybody went to bed. Today is the 12th of, I think it's the 12th of March 2025, and I've been kind of tinkering with the camera settings before work. It was the only time I can do it without getting interrupted, so I managed to set all that up. So I hope everything is kind of where it's supposed to be. And these are just trial run videos, not to be construed as professional product reviews. Yes, I have to read that off, so yeah. Trying to find a 2x4 plate here. So I'm slowly learning how to use this behemoth. It's big. It's bulky, but it works. I just need to learn how to use it. I still haven't found a 2x4 plate yet in here. I'm only on step one and we're still sorting through parts. And why don't I sort them off video? That wouldn't be fun. If I did that, I may as well script the whole thing and speed build it on a computer program. And it is windy outside. Wind's hitting about 45-50 miles an hour. We're supposed to have a storm blowing in, but right now the only thing blowing in is dust. Are we missing a plate here? It's just too many parts already. And it's, of course, white. Oh, it was already in the pile. Okay. And let's turn this here, because this is where I'm going to be at today. So I'm hoping this video turns out well. I've uploaded the other one. I haven't released it public yet, so I don't know if anybody had any opinions on it. So I'm trying to avoid buying a camera, because one of the cameras I was looking at, with our lovely tariffs, they have raised the price up on it by $200, and at that point I was not too worried about it. So I thought, I'm just going to have to learn how to use this one a bit more. And the only thing bad about it is I wish I could put light here. Unfortunately, the light that's on the camera is sitting at the top. So I don't have no other means of putting a light on there, like a ring light. I'd have to hang it from below. So looks like I will have to make a custom bracket to attach to the bottom. That's why I like the little hand cam, because I can put the ring light around the camera. The camera sits right in the middle, which worked pretty good. Here it's more of a professional setting. And yeah, well, at least we're on step two, so it may take us another 20 minutes to find all the parts. Trying to find another one of these here. And yeah, on here it shows, it looks like this is so far away, but it's not. And I may end up using the audio from this camera here. We'll see how well it sounds compared to the phone. I got done with a tutorial last night, not using this camera, but I got it done, and it was something small, but it's something related towards summer. Remember, we got to have all our summer fun fixes. Some of us, including myself, are stuck at home. Finally found that pesky part, and yeah, so I think we're just building the torso right now. See, once you find all the little trouble parts, it goes pretty quick. Okay. And the majority of the colors on this set are just kind of white, black, and gray, so it's nothing, you know, spectacular or anything like that. Another thing I like about this camera is I can't flip the viewfinder. It just rotates around. It doesn't flip onto the side. So I need to eventually need to find an external monitor for it. But please don't mention GoPros. They will not work with. I'm not doing action shots here. So it's a camera that I'm not interested in. I'd like to have a GoPro, but it will not work with tutorial applications, unfortunately. That's for like action type videos, like motion stuff. That camera's all fixed, and I need something with more customization options than this guy. Well, whatever, you know. GoPro just will not work. So right now I'm trying to find some brackets here. And the last build, though, that I did on this, it was okay. It wasn't really my thing, but I really wanted to get into the puppy. Well, now we're doing it. I don't know what happened to these plates. I found these, but I need the half-size variant of it. Yeah, we're doing the black, white, and gray stuff again. I mean, the last one we did was tan, and this one here is black and white. Why am I doing in color? I don't know. Maybe I should switch the camera to black and white. Oh, but I did find out some features this camera had that I didn't know. It does have night shot, and it does have FLIR, or like an infrared where it detects heat. Okay, that's what I'm looking for there. And I thought, well, I'm never going to use those, so I just turned off the macro buttons on those and just did everything else. There's your torso so far. And if you're on a phone or something, you can pinch. Let's see if we're still sharp here real quick. Now I'm using digital zoom here. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. Because, see, I could just press this button here and focus like that. Now that's a digital zoom, so you're never going to get the good stuff. But like I said, though, I'm learning how to use this behemoth. So that's the good news. That's the good news. So now I can show up stuff a little more up close, except I forgot a 2x6 plate to lock all that together. Now, if I really want to make sure it's razor sharp, but I've already calibrated it, don't want to mess with it anymore. Let's see, do I have autofocus on? No, I can't get too close. We'll just leave it there for a bit. And yeah, so I'm proud of myself because I never took filmography in college. And I kind of now I wish I would have done that. I kicked myself in the rear. But we, you know, as electives, instead of taking like criminal justice courses, I should have took filmography. But that was back when I never figured I'd ever do YouTube videos. Matter of fact, YouTube was in its infancy stage at that time, so it wouldn't have made much of a difference. If you're ever going to get into YouTube, take some of those courses. They may come in handy for you. Yeah. Now, if I really want to make sure this thing is sharp, just do this and do the manual. It's blurry. Oh no. There. We don't want to go out that far. So, yeah, just, Jay, don't be messing with that anymore. I don't want to be messing with it and break it and have to deal with it again. Alright, so, yeah. So what is this in here? Is this its guts or something? Okay. And yeah, so what I'm going to do though, like I did with the other camera, I'm going to take breaks, and I'm going to, last one I did not do this, but I'm going to do it on this one here. I am going to save the files every 10 or so minutes just to be safe, because we may have power outages out here, I don't know, but okay, like that. Put one on that side there. See, I'm seeing two different angles than you are. I like that little camera better, but right now we're going to have to learn something new. Well, I'm going to have to learn something new. Alright. And so I got a timer here. And let's work a little bit more before I save it. So that's what I'm going to do, just in case something happens. It's more files that I have to deal with, but it's better than trying to process up a whole entire hour video or an hour clip. I was hoping to just kind of take breaks on the torso, but the torso goes on for a long time. Alright, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had to save my work. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do just to be safe, because these files are and these files are massive too. So, and I need to figure out my editing software, because it took well into the wee morning hours to process this file. About, I'm going to say probably 17 hours to render it. Only like an hour to put it up on YouTube because it's full 4K. So I don't think we need to go that crazy in quality. Okay. You'll actually get a better view than I will in this, so, you know, you should feel privileged. Just trying to pick stuff up. I'm kind of klutzy today. Been hanging up doors. When I got home from work, I was doing more work, and you know what, I'm working right here. Let's see, let's do that right there. That's a lot better. I'm trying to get more comfortable here. Problem is, I got the viewfinder just dangling in my face. So hopefully, and of course I got digital zoom, so I can just zoom out and just leave everything else fixed. Alright. Yours should look like that so far. So except for the lighting not being at the bottom, everything else is perfect where I want it. It's just, like I said, a learning curve, so my apologies if the video's not up to some of my viewers' snuffs. We're getting there though. Like I said, I'm not a professional. But I got 9 more tutorials left to film for the end of the year, so that's good. And I'm just plugging away at getting a lot of the stuff done, including these. Haven't heard anything yet about the Deku tree, so I don't know anything about that project yet, so we don't know. How did that get on there? Maybe from the other build. So I'm hoping I'll hear from LEGO soon about that, because the worst thing they can tell me is, no, Jay, we're not sending you that set. And that's fine if they don't, you know. I mean, it just gives me more time to build my own stuff. I'm working on a new camper, and it's something that it's kind of impossible to build out of LEGO. It's a project that's going to be broken down into 3 pieces. It'll be in one tutorial. But the tutorial, I'm not sure if it's going to be a free or a membership tutorial yet. I don't know. It's pretty involved. Haven't figured out yet with that. But the more subscribers and stuff, it motivates me. I should make that my slogan. The more subscribers, the more motivated I get. Alright, now I'm looking for a 1x2 plate with a little hitch on the back. That's in this gray color here. Let's see here. Try not to wiggle and bump the camera because I have Study Shot turned off. There it is. So I'm trying to look through both the viewfinder and in person to see if we're doing it right or not here, so you can see everything. This camera is just impossible to sit behind. This, my other camera is 6 inches. This one is 18 inches or 16 inches deep. Yeah, so I don't feel like reaching around. Alright, let's see here. And I don't know what the part of this is. We're still working on the torso. So, and I'm hoping this turns out very good, so we can kind of make sure here. See, now we're getting pretty big. So once it gets too big, I'm going to have to zoom out a bit more. So we'll find out eventually here if we need to do that. Well, I need to do that. You can just sit back and watch me do all the work. See, yeah, it's... Let's do that. I wonder if I can add more steps to this. And that's much better now. Boy, that wind is really kicking up. But the only way I'm going to learn how to use this camera is actually use it, not just look at it and go, oh, let me pretend that I'm learning how to use it. So, okay, and then we got the tail there, and the tail goes right in here. That's if I can, oh, wrong end, of course. Hey, at least I don't script them. That's what it's supposed to look like. And we're still working on the torso, I might add, so we're still doing that. It looks like, I don't know if that's another side or not. Let's just go very slow through this one because I'm still trying to get over the overwhelmness of setting up the camera. I have to look around the big light. Boy, it's warm over here too. Outside it's like in the 70s, but it's dusty. I wouldn't want to take this camera outside and have it suck up all that dust. I may have to raise this thing up a bit. I can do that. Let me just do that just a little bit here. Shouldn't mess with the focus too much, but one way to find out is to do that, and it's fine. You know, I'm working right here. Let's do it again here. Like I said, field test. Field test. All right. Now, can I just do this and work right here? Let's try it again and see. Now, because I'm kind of cut down here. I'm right here working. Maybe I could. Alright, and let's turn it like that a little bit more. And then we need to, this goes on top of here. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of not really in the mood to build this today, but I really want to test this booger out. So before we get to the more exciting projects, we need to test it, and that's what, see. It's almost easier just to keep it zoomed out because now I can push it down here. There's no in-betweens on this. I could use the manual zoom, but that distorts, and I'm trying not to do that. Okay, we got this. I don't know what this part here does. Okay, so looks like it goes on there, but I want to make sure. Yeah, like that, I think. It doesn't really kind of show, but I think I got it in there. It shows that this corner lines up with that, so that might be it. This one right here. So, you know, we don't know. Okay, now it looks like we're doing one of the hindquarters. Okay, so looks like we got to find. Now, here's what I'm going to gather. I have a feeling that these are going to be mirrored. So I am going to build it exactly as such so we can save my memory card here. Yeah, if I lose power, I'm only going to have like 10 minutes of filming because the battery's dead because I was trying to mess around with everything. But yeah. Okay. And I've been just been chilling around here, really not doing a whole lot of anything, just working and all that stuff. And my birthday's in a couple of days. I wonder how much drama that's going to bring, so I'm going to hide. Nobody wants to do anything, so I'm just going to sneak out of the house. And do something fun and just tell everybody I had to go to the dentist or something, because then they won't feel so bad. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Palisade brick. Alright, so now I'm looking for some of these slopes here. And as you notice, I'm still trying to sort parts out. When you're building, and you could do this any way you want, I'm not telling you how you should build your set, but usually you can sort before you build, which I do recommend, but if you want to do things not like how I'm doing it, just build sort as you go. If you're really anxious and you want to build it and get it done, just start on it right away. Okay. I have not tested this out with the iPad yet, so I don't know how it's going to look in terms of is it zoomable or not. Alright, and we got to find one of those weird pieces with the joints on them. And it looks like that fits in there, but that doesn't sit in there all the way. Oh, you know why? Because I'm putting that in the wrong spot. My bad. I'm sorry I messed up. Yeah, I gotta love these kitty sets. They're hard to put together sometimes, huh? You gotta think. And sometimes I just want my brain turned off for the day. I'm looking for one of those round pieces, but I haven't seen one in here. Oh, there's one. These will come in handy for all sorts of stuff, so I don't know what I'd use it for. I think it would be good for like awnings above windows and stuff like that, but I don't know if you can hear the wind rustling outside. It's when we have our rainstorms out here, it's like tropical rain. Like back east, I know some of you guys say that it's cold. Rain, it pierces through your body. Here it's mostly just annoying rain. You just get wet, and that's the end of that. I like these pieces where they got the stubs instead of that pin in the middle. That means you can offset these. Ooh, this is brittle. Now this is not meant to be a review, so if you're looking for a review on this model, I'll put my 2 cents worth into the build. But this is basically, let's build it, which is the slogan of this channel, just to see how the build goes in terms of, is the instructions easy to follow? For the most part they are. Is the build keeping my interest? I'm going to be honest, not too much. The puppy looks adorable, but putting them together, especially without numbered bags, is kind of a pain. And we need to also distinguish Is this set one of those ones that we can build as a group or as a solo build? And I have a feeling, though, the way these instructions are laid out, I don't think we really are. We will see, though. I mean, we won't know until we build it. Okay, we've got to find some white ones here. In fact, I had a tutorial that needed these. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those for it or use something more common, but, you know, we don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know yet. And then now we got to get some more bricks here. Somebody had pointed out the reason why Lego does have random just pieces in here is because these are really designed for other models. Because, like, wouldn't some of these be gray or white? They could, but that's not how Lego works. So they kind of just repurpose pieces in other parts of the build. So you may see some random color, and then later on we cover it up. Plus, I do that sometimes in my stuff just to not to say, okay, we're just going to build with strictly white pieces, because that would get boring, you know. So I try not to do that with my tutorials. Okay, and then after that will be these. So we're going to call this, we're just going to say we're building the hindquarters in this episode here. Let's start with this one first, and then we'll do this one here. Yeah, I gotta go to the eye doctor, get my vision checked, all that stuff, and I hate going to those places. It's usually the wait time that gets boring. So I gotta get off my rear and do that. Mess with the DMB. Gotta deal with that stuff. They are saying something about a real ID if you want to get on airplanes, and with all the airplanes crashing lately, I don't think so. I'll stay in my old rust bucket and just drive there. It may take longer, but a little safer. Alright, so we got that out of the way. But we're not done. I thought we were done. No, we got to do that now. Well, that one's not too bad. This is just 3 pieces. So you can see now, I think we're done with this piece for right now. I'm just going to set that over here so I'm not cluttering up the workbench too much. And I'm hoping everything here is right. I may next time bring the camera down a bit more. Like I said, I got to spend time with this just in order to get used to it, because I can't look at it and I know how to do it. I've read through the building guide or the instruction manual for it, and it's just it's a little beyond me. Beyond my expertise. So there's our legs so far. We're not done yet. We still got a bunch of stuff to fill in. Okay, then we got to do these. We got to make some saucers now. And yeah, I'm still sitting off to the side. Could I sit behind there? Yes, but my arms would have to be way out just to do this. I would not be comfortable at all. So I don't want to strain myself filming Lego videos whatsoever. I'm hoping everything is not too bright. The last video when I was at it was so dim compared to what I usually do. So this time I'm hoping I got the shutter and the iris and gain set up just right here. And then now these go here, like that. Okay, and this one goes over here, like that. We're getting somewhere. We're still working on the hindquarters, though. Okay, we're not done yet, but that's it. Let's make sure here. We're going to just pre-scan this book here and make sure that everything is correct here. It looks like it's the same. Okay, so we're going to do what we did with the last one here. Is we're just going to build the parts and then we're going to put it all together when we're done here. Now, if you're building this and you're going to divide this out, you've got to build this other piece here. So if you're doing that, make sure you build a duplicate. So we're going to do that one real quick here before I take a breather and save my work. So we only need to build one this time, so yeah. We're going to see if this project can be broken down for multiple builders to construct. Like I have mentioned this, there's families who are interested in going, well, Jay, I'm interested in a project I can build with my kids. Can this be, something that can be up to 2 or 3 people? And yeah, that's one of the things that I'm trying to focus on here. The big boys won't do it. I will do it. Is I'm focusing on collaborative build, more than anything else. So there you go. And then this goes right here. So if you're building your version, that's where this goes. So that's it. I don't know why they just didn't do that then, the legs. But yeah, so far we got our hindquarters made and the torso made. Alrighty, now it looks like we're building the front paws. Not really a whole lot to it. So just like with that, it tells me to make 2 of these, so we'll put the body over there. So we're not going to put the kitten together, or the puppy dog, my bad, I keep calling it a kitten. We're not going to put the puppy dog together until the very end. So my apologies if I kept calling it a kitten. If you want to unsub for that, so be it. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it's not bad if you're interested in animal figures whatsoever. But if you're like me and you kind of want to do something other than this, then yeah, it's not really a fun build here. Yeah, I gotta find me a dinner tonight to make. I didn't stop off the other day. I stopped off and got a nice chicken dinner, but today I wanted to get home because beat the storm. I wanted to mess with that nonsense. I remember one time I had to go get my license renewed. And with a vision impairment, they will purposely, let's zoom in a little bit there. They will sometimes tell you to take a quiz, the test, the little written test at the DMV. Oh, this won't take you too long. Okay, so I did it, passed it, but I was like, oh man, because I wanted to get the heck out. It was just pouring down rain. I wanted to hurry up, get back home and start a fire and all that stuff. And that was not fun, but I survived. And then one time I went in and did something, and it's like, oh, well, we need to test to make sure your vision's still sharp. So you're going to need to do another driving test. Can you do it now? Well, I have other things planned. Let's just get it out of the way. Yeah, so I did that, passed it, with no points taken off. And yeah, it was just, be careful with the DMV. They can mess with your life. They can take your license away. So I'm just like shutting my mouth, just grin and bear it, and when I'm done, get my license and go home. So if somebody tells you you can't do something because you have a disability, yeah, you can. Don't let them stop you. I don't. Now, and I don't want to get into politics on it, but now, in today's times, I don't know. But don't let them stop you. I have a clean driving record after, almost 30 years of driving. I mean, what the, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something, because it's, I've had fix-it tickets, but that's it. Yeah, so just don't let anybody tell you otherwise. At least with my channel, though, I encourage everybody to be themselves. All that stuff. it looks like both paws are indeed just clones, so that's even better. I thought maybe we were just building the front portions, but we are not. Okay, I'm looking for another one of those brackets. And every time I grab it, it's like Butterfinger time. It just wants to fly out of my fingers. I've had some of you that told me you have disabilities too and you do things differently, you're slow at building. You know, I mean, here's the deal. If somebody tells you you're building slow, just say, I'm enjoying the build. Don't ruin my build experience. I get that from time to time. Jay, you build slow. You know, yeah, I do. You know, but I'm here to enjoy it, not to just rush through it. Plus, too, I got to learn how to use this equipment sometimes, so I got to do that. It's not like building a computer where I know where all the parts go. I know how to write up software, but when it comes to a camera, I'm still learning. Yeah, but I need to put more light going this way right here. Yeah, my hands are... See if the computer will correct it. Now we got to find some more of those plates with bow. You know what? All I have are these. Did I put some of these in the wrong spot? I'm gonna check. Doesn't look like I did. I'm just checking the torso and just making sure, doubly check, make sure you don't want to have to do this 5 billion times. So all I'm finding are these. You know, I found one of these. Let's put it on there before we lose it. I know all the pieces are with this set because when we built the last model there was no pieces remaining. So if I'm missing something, that's on me now. That's not Lego's fault, that's my fault. So if I'm missing something, yeah, we all know who to blame for that one. You! Just kidding. Okay. And after that, we got to install these right there. Oh, they look like little vacuums. That's what it looks like. If you flip that backwards, it almost looks like a little vacuum, like an upright. And these go on the kitten. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to just put those off to the side there and see what's next. Alright, so now it's like we're putting together the puppy's head, and I hate when they have this silhouetted out, but that's, you know. Okay, so let's get going with the puppy's head. I don't think this one comes with any accessories. I think we just build the puppy alone, and that's it. So, let's build it here. Yeah, but if you think this quality of video is better, let me know. I really want to know. And oh, before we get started on that, here are today's shout-outs right on this side this time. We're going to put them right over here. And thank you everyone for subscribing to my main channel and to this channel. Thank you for being supporters on my main channel. Thank you to all my customers who purchase my building guides and Patreon supporters. And being on this video, liking, commenting, those are always cool to have and all that stuff. And yeah, and subscribers, the more subscribers, the more motivated I get doing videos. So maybe the less ranting too, because then we could talk about all the subs instead of all the rants. So I really appreciate it, guys and gals, because the motivation really does help. If nobody was watching these, nobody was commenting, I probably wouldn't be doing these as much. I would just probably do the bare minimum. And I've noticed on this channel too, I've been getting a lot more comments now. Originally I was never going to answer comments on here really as heavy. But I've noticed more people want the builds, they ask questions. So more of my focus now is here. And trying to find this other piece that goes on this side here. So yeah, that kind of thing. So The next time I do these creator sets, I'm going to pack in a brick separator with the builds. Now I'm having a hard time finding this one piece that goes over here. And it's all white on white. Isn't that lovely? Oh, there it is. If it was blue or pink or something, I'd be able to spot it. But on a white workbench, no. And that's where those slopes go, right there. Now this thing also has autofocus, but I think the next time I'm going to do one of these on this channel, I'm going to do autofocus. Just to see, you know, how good it is. So now I have manual shutter speed, I have manual iris settings, I have manual focus, manual brightness, manual color, what do they call it, white balance. Everything's manual, so I shouldn't have any weird fluctuations in the video. I should turn it like that because that's what you see out of the book. And that's what I see too. I'm in a good mood today. I hope nobody messes it up for me. Usually it happens. Anytime something good happens to me, I'm always dealing with something else, but you know. Alrighty, I'm looking for some grade pieces here, preferably those 1x2 bricks. With the studs on one side, where are they at? Too many parts again. Making sure I didn't use them in here. That's what I'm looking for there. But well, there's one right here, obviously, but we need two of those. Alright. If it was some bright color, yes, I probably, unless it was just all straight pink parts up here, then it would be kind of hard to see it. We got these. You know what? I don't think I would have made a mistake on that, would I? Oh, there it is, because I wasn't paying attention. Whoopsie. All right. And for those who are just tuning in, yeah, I do. Either I rant on these, sometimes I goof off and have fun. At the end of the day, it's just a hobby, not to be construed as a professional product review. I just sit here and goof off and just hope I put it together right. And sometimes you may spot I miss pieces. I do that sometimes. Like, okay, why do I have a box of extra pieces? Probably nothing important. And some out there who really analyze these videos, they notice I'll miss a part or two. And I'm like, whoops. That goes in the bloopers reel. Alrighty. And some of this teal color, or they call it bluish green. That's a nice color to have. Matter of fact, I have some blue bricks that are actually turning that color now, but I don't know how far the extent of that will go. I noticed blue is really bad. Why does your bricks turn yellow and blue like the white ones and stuff? There's been a lot of things, but you know how you get the video game console restorers, like they restore the NES Classic and stuff like that? It's flame retardant, and I have a feeling, I don't know if Lego does this, it would make sense. They probably put flame retardant in these so they don't burn real easily. I mean, I don't know why you'd burn your Lego, but just to make it not so flammable. I mean, black, obviously, you can't tell. Yellow, you really can't tell. Red, sometimes, but now we got to work on the back side now. All right. Now, these studs are supposed to face inwards. Let's see. Yeah, more and more I'm liking this camera. I just got to learn how to use it. I mean, I wouldn't want to use this as a dash cam or anything. Now they got 4K cameras that fit in your pocket, and they got the iPhone. I may one day do one of these on using the iPhone camera and see how well that one performs. And just to kind of see here. Still building. I mean, we're still going here. And whoops, that's not how that's supposed to go. I don't remember if this set came with the brick separator or not. I come to think of it. I need to look and see if it does come with one. Well, maybe I can. Let me see if I can spot the building guides here. Let's see here. Does it come with a brick separator? Doesn't show it now. Maybe the pigeon is hiding the building guide or the parts list. Fine, whatever. I can't even grab it. Yes, but this one comes with the teal, and I'm using an orange, but that's fine and dandy. You know why? Because that's how it is. Alright, so now it looks like we're building the face of the puppy. So this is just the skull part. Okay. But a lot of you told me you like these style of videos, so I'll keep doing these as much as I can. And you know, my camera's making a noise. I'm wondering if autofocus is on. Let's see here. Alright. If I put my hand in front of it, I can hear the motors inside turning, so I don't know what the deal with that is. I won't know until I edit the video, so I really won't know. So like I said, if it seems like I'm taking a long time, I'm also testing out a gear, just so when we do the big stuff later on, then we can do this. So this is just more like a trial run than anything else for the camera. But I think it's focus. Alright. I don't know, let's see here. Is it focus? Can we focus in on that? No? So something, it could be brightness. I don't know. Okay. So far that's what yours should look like. It doesn't look like anything yet. Oh. Okay, well now it's starting to look like something. You can probably guess what goes here now. Be careful, it's kind of brittle. There we go. I bet those are the eyes. Yep, that's exactly what those are. You know how I know? You know how I know? Because that tells me right there. Except I can't pick them up. We got those anime eyes because that's the adorable anime eyes. Oh, the puppy's sad. We don't know yet because we don't know. It looks happy. It's got an eye now. It can at least see what we're doing. Alright, where's the other round tile here, which I can never pick up? Just to make sure they're centered like that. Well, at least now we got something done there, huh? I survived the eye part. Usually those are a pain, but of course these are 2x2 tiles, so they were a little easier to put on. And it looks like now we're building cheeks, and these are duplicates. So let's let me do that here. Too many pieces. And we're doing white again, so that's really fun. Okay, so one of these is the one I'm building, the other one's its reflection, so we will do the reflection now while we're here. And I really want to see how this video turns out. Yeah, I'll just do what I did with the other camera. Every time I would take a breather, I'd just stop the video instead of leaving it running. That other camera, I could leave it running. This one, though, I don't really want to do that. Okay, so the big side here is a 1x1 plate. Like that. Oh, somebody's losing his head. Oh, no. Alright, and then we need some white slopes. You know, I have a lectern that I could use, except my phone is using it for the audio recording. But I'm going to see how good the audio is on this camera here. If I'm hearing there's something in there, it could be the shutter thing on here, we don't know. Let's see here. It shouldn't be too bad. If the noise is bad, I may just say, you know, I'm going to have to continue using until I can get an external microphone for this thing. Okay, so that goes on the top. That means this one goes on this side like this. Yeah. Well, that fell off. Just be careful, yours may flake apart. Okay, we got through that. And I will be right back. Okay. Now it looks like we're putting together the nose. Usually the heads on these things take forever to build because there's so much detail and so many small parts that you got to rifle through. So now I got to spend an hour trying to find a 2x2 plate. Oh, there it is. So we didn't have to spend that long. Probably some of you got scared and probably clicked off when I said that. Okay, we're going to spend an hour trying to find this one piece. And then, so this is obviously the tip of the nose, like that. So now we can put that on there. Not too bad, huh? Yeah, I just got to get some better lighting on this. Put this right here. Unfortunately, I have two lights going down and nothing going this way. Okay. And now we make two of these and we got to work on the back side. This looks like we're putting something in there. But we need the light gray one. Just gonna install those. Install it into the side of the dog, the little puppy. I like doing it sometimes when I'm dropping Pokemon off in gyms. Okay, I'm going to install this Blissey in there. Okay, time to install a Charmander or something. Everybody looks at me weird, like I'm installing him. Now it's you to go in there and you're going to have to uninstall him. There we go. And we're getting close to the end here. We're not done with this yet because we're still working on the back side. Okay. So now I put that together there. I'm trying to keep everything more close to the table because I bring it up too close, it's kind of blurry. So I'm trying to get my bearings straight on that. I may try autofocus one day. Alright, and we're not done yet. You know why? Well, we're missing something here. We're missing ears. So that's what we're doing. It looks like we're going to be doing mirrors. So we got all these bright colors we really haven't touched yet. But we're doing that. So let me set the head over here now. And now I need to find a couple of these. So we got some pinks. I guess that would count as color. Jay, you and your colorful builds, I know, right? And I'm glad you guys and gals can join me on this adventure here of building things and testing out cameras and stuff, because it makes it fun to do instead of just making these like the same old cookie cutter speed builds with the time-lapse camera. This camera does not do time-lapse, so it's not, you know. I do have a time-lapse camera, but it's only for 480p. It's not really meant for this. A really old one. There we go. There we go, just like that. And then we got the little bevel tiles at the end there. Yeah, I still got to find me a case for the computer, then I can start building this thing. I powered up the computer the other day and managed to get it to turn on to BIOS. Everything was testing out fine, but I just like, yeah, I'd rather have a case instead of just having parts flopping around on a workbench. And all the cases I have are stuff that I don't want. So leave those for clients, and then I'll just buy a decent one for me, which gotta beat the tear of gods. Okay, so now we gotta put the floppy ears on. Now the puppy can hear. Don't need that. Okay. And yeah, that's how they're supposed to go on with the round side there. Alright. Oh, so the dog looks straight up, so he's looking at the sky, and that's it. Is there anything else here we have to worry about? Okay, we got one more thing to build, and that is... looks like a bone. Okay, well, let's do that. We're going to put the head back over there. We'll put him together later. I'm going to say that probably 3 people can put this together easily. And we'll look at it here when we get done with the build. See how many of you can put this together at one time. Ah, white pieces again. Now some people have a color that annoys them. Yeah, white's pretty bad because I'm working on a white workbench. So I don't see the outlines as easily. So it's really just kind of, I'm struggling trying to find parts. Use the side of the brick separator to flatten that out. Just so we can add tiles to them. Why don't you just tell me to put the tiles on when we had it torn apart? Probably because it'd be easier to put them on. I want to make it harder, not easier. Alright, put that there. If you're watching me just to listen to, just to have a noise fill in your room, that's cool. Somebody asked me, they told me they do that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We're not done yet. But this one, they show you to put them like that, where this one didn't. Okay, I guess it's stability issues. I'm getting kind of hungry. Got to get this done. And now I'm not eating a bone. I'm going to have something with a bone on it. I don't know what I have. I don't know what time it is. It's already 6 in the evening. My goodness. I missed the world news. Oh no. I guess I'll have to watch it on YouTube, huh? Since they'll put it on there. Sometimes I'll just miss something. But it's for the good here because I need to make sure that this works. Just so I can edit the video and we'll know here if I need to buy a camera or not. And that's it. And that's pretty much what we got to do, right? Okay. Well, what we're going to do now, I just had that shoebox. Let's start setting up things. We're going to keep the brick separator in here. Let's put that over there. That's all you build, and that's what we have remaining. So maybe the pigeon probably has more of the parts. We don't know. Because I am going to have to save that for another part of the build. So what I'm gathering is that, you know, maybe one person could build this stuff here. Another person could build the torso, and one could build the head. Okay. So it is possible up to 3 people, so we've already distinguished that. Alright, let's put you together, little guy, and see what we got here. The bone is separate, so we don't have to worry about that. And let's see here. Are we going to mess up here for the puppy dog? Well, I put that on backwards, obviously. It's supposed to be there. And I can get that in there for you. There we go. It's not too bad. Just got to put the front paws on now. Okay. And the head. Let's install the head now. It had the puppy pointing straight up. I think I'm going to do is hold it like this and just pop it in there so I don't break the ears off or anything. And then there we go. And there's the bone. And let's have them sit up a bit more here. Okay. And now, I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to have to practice, so that's what he looks like there with the bone, and his head does wiggle, and yes, no, he doesn't go down any further, so if he wants to eat, he's going to have to do that. Pound the nails in your table. But yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, I can do that too. The ears are kind of, they look better down, so I think I'll just keep them like that. But honestly, it's an adorable build. This is the one I wanted to build. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. This looks really good. And well, now I got to go in and put this up on the computer and see how well this video turned out. And hopefully I got the camera tuned up right, because if I do, I'll write these values down and see if I can save them as presets, and we'd be done. So yeah, that's it. But tell me what you think of the adorable little puppy. To me, it was not a fun build. I was kind of starting to lose interest into it at the end, but it looks cool after it's built.